I'm Lorenzo Reyes, and I've been covering the NFL for 7 years now, and it's the playoffs, but Lorenzo's Locks doesn't stop. So here are my 3 bets for Saturday of the wildcard round. And off the rip, let's get into a Bills team that is so nice. The work Brian Daboll has done with Josh Allen has been next level. Stephon Diggs is on the verge of an All-Pro selection, and Buffalo's secondary has some talent and has been improving as the year has gone on. At home against a Colts team I like, I just think Buffalo has too much firepower, and I think the Bills win by at least a touchdown. So give me them to lay the 6.5. I've got Buffalo 35-27. Moving on, I admit this was a tough one for me. The uncertainty of the Rams quarterback situation plus the struggles Jared Goff has had anyway concern me, as much as LA's defense can be a force, especially on the front. I think Russell Wilson's mobility is an asset in this game, and he may need to get rid of the ball a little more quickly. Still, at home in Seattle with the line at 3.5, I like the Seahawks to cover 23-17. And finally, let's close out Saturday's slate with a team that is on top of its game. The Buccaneer offense is clicking, averaging 34.6 points a game over their last 7. The emergence of Ronald Jones has opened up the passing game. The key, I think, will be for Brady, like Wilson, to get the ball out of his hands a little quickly, to neutralize the effect of Chase Young and that ferocious Washington pass rush. Tampa is too strong. I think they cover 8.5 and take this game 30-17. Here are my 3 bets for Sunday of the wildcard round. Let's kick this thing off with one of my favorite games of the weekend. The Red Hot Ravens are headed into Tennessee to take on the Titans. I went back and forth on this one, I admit. The Ravens are playing lights out, averaging an absurd 267.4 rushing yards over their last 5 games, all of them victories. Now, the caveat. They have been against weaker opponents, and Derrick Henry and the Titans are not that. So I've got a bit of a hedge here. I'm picking the Ravens to win straight up, but not cover 3 as a road favorite, 30-28. Moving on, I've been a little rough on the Bears, maybe more than I should have been. They've actually played somewhat well and have covered and won some games, sneaking into the playoffs. But let's be real. And let's look at the opponents that they beat to get there. The Saints do have their flaws, but they're healthy, and I feel good about this line, even if Alvin Kamara is held out as he makes his way back from the COVID list. But if he's good to go, hit New Orleans to cover 10 points. I've got the Saints winning at home 33-21. And finally, let's wrap up the slate with a team that, unfortunately, is dealing with issues related to the pandemic at the wrong time. Browns coach Kevin Stefanski will miss the game against the Steelers because he got infected. That alone should alter their preparation. But one of the key pieces of Cleveland's O-line, Joel Bitonio, is also out. Last week, the Browns beat the Steelers by 2 points when Pittsburgh rested basically all of their starters. This week, I think the Steelers cover 6 at home. I'm picking Pittsburgh 27-20.